to a new video. Today I'm going to be doing another one of my one-take wrap-ups. I am going to be talking about all the books I read in March. In case you've never seen one of my wrap-up videos for the last couple years, how I wrap up all the books I read in a month. Basically, I just tell you everything I read in one take, and so I don't have to edit the video. So let's go ahead and get started. The bag behind me is making noise. So I'm also in a different filming location, in case you didn't notice, and the cat's trying to get in, because it's the middle of the night, and so I'm filming out here, so I'm not making too much noise. Let's open up my Goodreads. I have my iPad here and see what I read in March. I can't remember where I left off. I think this book. Nope, I finished that on February 16th. Oh, but did I finish that? When did I finish it? This year, not last year. As well as doing these in one take, I also don't prepare whatsoever, clearly. So I think the first book I finished in March, I think I might have touched on in my February wrap-up. I can't remember. But that's Barbarian's Heart by Ruby Dixon. It is the 9th book in the Ice Planet Barbarian series. This one was an amnesia, like memory loss story, second chance romance kind of thing. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't my all-time favorite in the series, but I did still really enjoy it. I think I still give it a 5 stars though. Next, I read, and let's just talk about these as a whole. So over the course of the month, I read The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. And this series, it's a really interesting, it was an interesting experience for me, because the first book I was like, okay, like it took me a really long time to read, and I was like, it was good, but it wasn't great. Jude is not a super likable character, and obviously not a lot of good things had happened with Cardan at that point, and there were just so many betrayals, and I was like, what's the point of all this? Second book, I was like, okay, still don't really get the point of this, still don't understand what the hell Jude is doing, why she's making any of the decisions that she makes, but then it ended on a big cliffhanger, so I was like, okay, fine. There was a part of me that was like, I don't know if I'm even gonna finish this series, but the cliffhanger got me, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll keep reading. And there was like some hints of what could be, like very, very great potential, and I think that potential would be realized if Holly Black was just a little bit different of a writer. I think she writes very robotically a lot of the time. Like, I don't know, I think because in my head I know she's so close with Cassandra Clare, I was expecting Cassandra Clare's writing style, which I know doesn't make any sense. They are two separate people, but she's very straight and to the point, whereas Cassie is very flowy and imaginative and descriptive, and Holly Black's just not that, and that's just not her style. I wish she was a little bit more. But The Queen of Nothing, the 3rd book, was so incredible. And I don't know what was different about it. I can't place my finger on it, but I couldn't put it down. I needed to know what was going on. I was like always trying to guess what was going to happen, and I kind of guessed, but not really. But overall, like, it really wrapped up the whole series, that now I'm like, okay, no, I like this series. It's so much fun. And like, it's convinced me that I will actually like pick up the sequels or the spin-off books, so I'm so excited that I ended up liking the series as a whole. I think I gave 1 a 4 stars, 2 I think 3 or 4, and then the 3rd one I gave a 5 stars. I really loved that book. Yeah, and the twist, whew, I really loved that. It was really good. So okay, next I read the Tea Dragon Festival and the Tea Dragon Tapestry, which were these little graphic novels. I'd read the first one in January, and they were pretty cute. They're not really plot driven necessarily, they're just cute little stories. What I didn't know about the 3 different books is that they're not like, I don't know, it was kind of confusing to me. They're not like sequential stories really. They are kind of just like looking in on different characters that had been introduced, but they were still really cute. I enjoyed them. I like the art style. I like seeing all the cute little tea dragons. I don't remember the order of them. I think this second one was my favorite. Yeah, looking at the cover, the Tea Dragon Festival was my favorite. I really enjoyed that one. And you know what? Apparently this is going to be a really short wrap-up video because all I have left is Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. I guess I didn't read. That doesn't surprise me. I had such a busy month in March. So I read part of Barbarian's Heart. I don't think I read that whole book in March. I don't really remember. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 books. I'm behind on my Goodreads challenge. But anyway, Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. I really liked the characters. I got past that it was set up on like a cooking show. It's such a weird setting because you have to suspend your disbelief so much. Maybe just like, I've never been on a reality show. I don't really watch reality TV other than the Great British Baking Show. And that I don't really consider reality TV. I don't know. So it's hard for me to imagine characters in a situation like this. I'm like, what? This is not real life. But I did enjoy this book. It has, I read it for the Trans Right Readathon, and it has non-binary / transgender representation, which I've never read a character other than, what is their name? Alex? I think their name is Alex in the Magnus Chase series. I should read Magnus Chase. I should read those books. Anyway, so I read that for the readathon, and it was a really cute romance. For some reason, I also thought it was going to be young adult, and like as I was reading, I'm like, oh, these characters are full adults. It's an adult romance, and spice level, it's only like a 2, but I did really enjoy their relationship, and like I could see why they liked each other so much. Oh, there's also bisexual representation as well. But the thing I struggled with was the third act breakup, because it was one of those, I don't hate a third act breakup. That's not the problem. I know in a lot of stories, like that's the conflict that has to happen. But like, I didn't understand the reason for it happening. I was like, okay, you guys knew this time was coming, but you guys chose to never discuss it, and now you're mad at each other for not having figured it out. So it was weird. It was very like miscommunication, but it wasn't like miscommunication where someone thinks something wrong about the other person. It's that they just literally didn't communicate at all, period. So that kind of ruined the vibe a little bit, but overall it was still a good book. I gave it 4 stars. I guess that's all I read in March. Short little one-take wrap-up. But I hope you enjoyed. I'm hoping I can read more books in April. We will see. But come back, check out my BookTube channel. I have some more Disney content coming. I have some book videos planned, some reading vlogs, and shortly after this one, the next video that should be up is my Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert vlog. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you come back, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.